Our planet is a mosaic of extraordinary landscapes and vibrant cultures, but few places weave these threads together with such breathtaking scale and complexity as Brazil. It is a nation that almost defies definition, a land of staggering natural superlatives and profound human diversity. From the emerald depths of the world's largest rainforest to the rhythm-filled streets of its sprawling metropolises. Here, nature operates on a scale that humbles the imagination, carving immense rivers, raising vast plateaus, nurturing a biological richness found nowhere else on Earth. This is a journey into the heart of a giant. Over this journey, we will embark on an exploration of this South American titan, a country that occupies nearly half the continent. We shall journey from its futuristic capital, born from the red earth of the Central Highlands, to the thundering cataracts of its southern border. We will trace the story of its people, European heritage, African heritage whose combined spirit has forged a culture that is globally iconic. This is not merely a tour of landmarks, but an immersion into the very soul of a nation, examining its political structure, examining its spiritual life. We will examine the symbols that bind its people together, the language that carries their stories, the currency that fuels their ambitions. We will map its vast territory, the neighbors that share its immense borders, the great cities that serve as beacons of commerce and culture. The story of Brazil is one of constant transformation, a narrative written in its geography, its history, and the daily lives of its more than 200 million inhabitants. It is a story of immense challenges and even greater triumphs. Prepare to witness a world of contrasts. Ancient traditions, thriving modern innovation, serene natural wilderness, relentless energy of urban life. We will listen to the sounds of Brazil, calls of rare birds in the Pantanal wetlands, the intoxicating beat of samba during carnival. We will discover the tastes, the colors, and the passions of a country that pulses with an unparalleled vitality. Join us as we uncover the many facets of Brazil, a true continent within a country. An epic, sweeping aerial shot gliding over the Amazon River at sunrise, with dense fog blanketing the endless rainforest canopy. In the heart of Brazil, nestled within the vast high plains of the Planalto Central, lies a city born not from centuries of gradual growth, but from a singular, audacious vision. This is Brasilia, the nation's capital. Conceived in the mid-20th century, inaugurated in 1960, its creation was a monumental feat of engineering and ambition. It moved the seat of power from Rio de Janeiro into the country's interior. The move aimed to unify and develop the underpopulated heartland. The city's layout is a masterpiece of urban planning. It was the brainchild of Lucio Costa and Oscar Niemeyer. Viewed from above, the pilot plan resembles a bird or airplane. Its wings and fuselage mark distinct zones for government commerce residency. The plan favored rational order and grand open spaces. As the administrative core, Brasilia hosts the three branches of government: the executive, legislative, judicial. A nation's flag is its most potent symbol, a visual distillation of its history, its land, and its aspirations. The flag of Brazil is one of the most distinctive and symbolically rich banners in the world. Officially adopted on the 19th of November, 1889, just 4 days after the proclamation of the Republic, it replaced the former imperial standard, heralding a new chapter in the country's story. To truly comprehend Brazil, one must first grasp its sheer, magnificent scale. It dominates a continent. Its territory stretches from the humid, equatorial north to the temperate grasslands of the south, which feel the distant breath of the Antarctic. This is a land of immense proportions, a world within a world. This colossal presence makes Brazil the fifth largest country on Earth, covering nearly half of the South American continent. Within this vast territory lives a human population as dynamic and diverse as the land itself. Brazil is home to over 215 million people, a vibrant and ever-growing mosaic of humanity. This makes it the seventh most populous nation on the planet, a country whose human energy is palpable in its bustling cities and sprawling agricultural lands, showing density. The majority of Brazilians live along the extensive Atlantic coast, particularly in the southeastern states. Great metropolises have risen like concrete jungles, teeming with life, ambition, and creativity. The main language in this huge country with all its people is Portuguese. It's the official language, and almost everyone speaks it. But the Portuguese you hear in the streets of Rio de Janeiro or in the markets of Salvador isn't the same as the Portuguese in Lisbon. It picked up words and sounds from the native Tupi-Guarani languages and from the West African languages brought by enslaved people. It has become its own special way of speaking, a Brazilian Portuguese. It has its own beat, rhythm, and words, as musical and lively as the people who speak it. So, the sound of Brazil isn't just one voice, but many voices singing together. Here, in the bustling marketplaces and sophisticated financial centers of this vast nation, life is governed by a rhythm of exchange. This is the domain of the Brazilian real, the official currency anchoring the country's economy since 1994. It is more than mere paper and metal, a symbol of stability. From the smallest transaction to the colossal deals struck in the boardrooms of São Paulo, the real, with its international code BRL. It was born from a history of economic turbulence, designed to tame the wild forces of hyperinflation. Its very name, meaning both royal and real, harks back to Portugal's first colonial currency, a nod to a long and complex history. The banknotes, vibrant and colorful, depict iconic fauna of Brazil: the sea turtle, the hummingbird, the jaguar. Banknotes and coins are calibrated to serve a diverse population. Its value, fluctuating on the global stage, tells a story of international trade, investment, and geopolitical dynamics. The strength of the real impacts farmers exporting coffee, miners shipping iron ore, and manufacturers competing globally. A close-up shot of various Brazilian real banknotes and coins, artfully arranged to show the colorful animal designs. The colossal scale of Brazil becomes vividly apparent when one considers its relationship with its neighbors. It is a nation sharing a border with 10 other sovereign states and one overseas department. To the south, temperate grasslands shared with Uruguay and the powerful river systems that define its boundary with Argentina and Paraguay. Following the border northwards and westwards, the terrain changes dramatically. To the north, dramatic tabletop mountains and rushing blackwater rivers. Flowing through the heart of this land are immense river systems. The most monumental of these is, of course, the Amazon. By volume, it is the largest river in the world, its murky depths concealing a world of extraordinary biodiversity. Further south, the Paraná River charts its course, with Itaipu, one of the largest hydroelectric projects on the planet. In the northeast, the São Francisco River performs a near miraculous role. These great rivers are more than just geographical features. They are the very lifeblood of Brazil. When waters recede, nutrient-rich pastures emerge. Watching this drama, the apex predator, the magnificent, elusive jaguar, flocks of scarlet macaws paint the canopy, their raucous calls echoing. Brazil, a nation of such immense scale that its weather cannot be described as a single entity. In the far north, an equatorial climate reigns supreme. Further south and east, the landscape transitions into the Cerrado, a classic tropical wet and dry climate. Venturing into the northeast, the Sertão, a semi-arid backland. Finally, in the deep south, distinct seasons mark the passage of the year. Long before the first European sails appeared, hundreds of distinct indigenous peoples thrived here. In the year 1500, Portuguese explorers led by Pedro Álvares Cabral made landfall, This arrival marked the beginning of a long and often brutal period of colonization. On the 7th of September, 1822, he declared Brazil's independence. The empire gave way to a republic. Rapid industrialization, massive urban growth. The nation forged a new identity, a vibrant, complex, and resilient culture. This intricate history is the very bedrock upon which contemporary Brazil is built. Here, in this vast and sprawling nation, the human inhabitants have devised a complex system to govern themselves. Brazil operates as a federal presidential republic. This system was a deliberate step towards a more democratic and participatory society. Below the federal level, the nation is partitioned into 26 states and a single federal district. This complex political architecture is a living, breathing system. As of the current era, the mantle of leadership is held by Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva. The president is the ultimate decision-maker, the public face of the nation, the commander-in-chief. In Brazil, the landscape of belief is rich and deeply layered. Protestant evangelicalism has experienced a meteoric rise, alongside enduring Afro-Brazilian religions Candomblé and Umbanda. At the heart of this cultural ecosystem is Carnival, the Festas Juninas, the June festivals, the simple canary yellow jersey, and the attire of the Baianas de Acarajé. Together they form a complex and beautiful mosaic, a visual representation of the multifaceted soul of this immense and extraordinary nation. Across the Great Plains and dense jungles, in Brazil, one sport reigns supreme: futebol. The Brazilian national team, 5 World Cup victories, names spoken with reverence. Another deeply ingrained physical discipline is capoeira, a beautiful and powerful expression of freedom born from oppression. Volleyball has carved out its own significant niche, formidable success on the international stage. Brazilian food is like a colorful blanket. The king is feijoada. This is the Brazilian way of barbecue, seasoned with little more than coarse salt. Bahia's acarajé, and everywhere, pão de queijo. At the heart of this sonic world is the samba. From the vibrant emerges a more contemplative sound, the bossa nova. In the arid northeast, the dominant pulse is forró. Each of these musical forms is a unique species in Brazil's cultural biome, perfectly adapted to its environment and essential to the health of the whole. The immense scale of Brazil is not merely geographical, it is economic. Agriculture is a fundamental pillar. The Cerrado's rolling plains have become a global breadbasket. Beneath the soil, another source of immense wealth. Pre-salt oil reserves under the Atlantic have reshaped Brazil's energy profile. Beyond extraction, a diverse industrial and service sector has emerged. Brazil's economic lifeblood flows out into the world through a complex network of trade routes. The primary exports are a testament to the nation's agricultural and mineral might. In return, Brazil draws in the complex tools of a modern, developing economy. Its gross domestic product consistently places it among the top economies on the planet, a prominent member of the BRICS group, a developing powerhouse, grappling with inequality and infrastructure deficits, while forging a path in renewables and agribusiness. Brazil's economic status is best understood as a dynamic and ongoing process, immense potential and formidable obstacles. Towering over the magnificent harbor of Rio de Janeiro, the statue of Christ the Redeemer stands with arms outstretched, a global symbol of peace and a masterpiece of Art Deco design. On the border with Argentina, the world bears witness to the awesome spectacle of Iguazu Falls. The Amazon, a living, breathing world unto itself. Legendary beaches, from Copacabana to Lençóis Maranhenses and Bahia's shores. The historic center of Salvador de Bahia stands as a vibrant monument to the confluence of cultures, a vital ecosystem under the thunderous watch of the falls, the largest protected area in the Amazon basin, a genetic library of unimaginable scale. Some nations leave an indelible mark. For Brazil, this signature is written in bold, vibrant strokes. Our journey through this vast and vibrant land now draws to a close. The future of Brazil is, in many ways, intertwined with the future of our planet. Consider liking this video and subscribing to our channel for more journeys into the heart of our world. Thank you for joining us on this extraordinary expedition through the heart of Brazil. The world is full of wonders, and our journey has only just begun.